Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy American Dream here, and we're gonna go over some more fantasy football. Now, I'm gonna warn you, this is not gonna be an in-depth video on why I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna kind of do a brief overview on why I'm not gonna take them, or if I'm going to take them. Some of the people in this video are probably gonna get their own video. I'm gonna name one of them right now because this video is probably gonna come out in the next couple days, and that's Jamal Charles, and my feelings on Jamal Charles. So let's get right into this. Adrian Peterson, who knows? He's getting older. I don't really see him as the back that he used to be, but you can't say that about any old. You can say that about any old running back. Next, we got Lamar Miller. I don't know how he's gonna fit in under Houston's rule. You know, Arian Foster was a speed back. I mean, not a speed back. Lamar Miller is a speed back. Who knows? Next, we got Todd Gurley. Great player at the beginning of last year. At the end of last year, he shit the bed, let's be honest. There's no nice way to put that. He did terrible, or for me at least he did, because I had Gurley. Next, we got David Johnson. I think he's going to be there this year. I think that if he's not splitting carries too much, and if Cards just let him do what he does best, he's going to be probably top 3 running back. The only person I might say is better than him, Ezekiel Elliott, coming in behind that Dallas line. Ezekiel Elliott, I'm going to rank as the #1 running back this year at the end of the year. I'm calling it right now. And who knows, if he gets hurt, you know, that's obviously not going to fly, but I don't think he's going to choke. I don't think he's going to do anything. But anyways, let's just go through this. Adrian Peterson, late first. Lamar Miller, mid first. Todd Gurley, late first. David Johnson, mid first. Ezekiel Elliott, I'm going to say this, but I know it's not going to happen. I'd take him early first if you got the opportunity to. I think he's a great first-round pick if you're in non-PPR leagues, but I think it's definitely a wide receiver year this year. But anyways, Ezekiel Elliott, early first, but he's probably going to go mid-first. Anyways, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell is a great running back. Only problem is injury prone. This dude cannot stay healthy for the life of him. And I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. But, you know, who knows? I don't think he's really going to get hurt as bad as he usually does this year. And if he doesn't, I think he's going to be top 3 running back this year. Next, we got Mark Ingram. Oh, that Saints. We saw how he did last year. I think he's going to do great this year, too. Jamal Charles, nope. No running back is going to come back from a torn ACL turning 30. That's a terrible timing right there. Next, we got Shady McCoy. I feel like he's going to be there, but I'm going to give you a tip. Definitely handcuff Carlos Williams. Carlos with a K, in case most of you don't know. Anyways, next let's go to Devonta Freeman. Same thing, you're going to need to handcuff Coleman to Devonta Freeman. Who knows? Devonta could get hurt, which I doubt he is. He seems to be pretty consistent in injury, like non-injured, but you never know in this league. Anyways, let's go Le'Veon Bell, mid-second. Mark Ingram, early second. Jamal Charles, I wouldn't draft him at all, but I can see him going mid-second. LaShawn McCoy, early third. Devonta Freeman, I could see him going probably in the first round, to be honest. Somebody's going to draft him just because they're looking at last year's stats. Unless you're in a league that really knows what they're doing. Next, we got Doug Martin. I feel like he could be one of the best players to pick, like in the 3rd round. Because I feel like he's going to perform like some of those first-round running backs. I feel like he's there. Tampa has really come up in like terms of offense. Anyways, let's go to Thomas Rawls. Rawls could be that beast mode, but I don't see him being good at the beginning of the year. I see him really getting hot towards the end of the year. Next, we got Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy, one word, no. Don't draft Eddie Lacy this year. Terrible pick last year, and I don't see him doing too well this year either. Next, we got Jonathan Stewart. My one thing is, too old. Who knows how he's going to perform now? Carolina, I don't think Cam's going to run that offense that well this year as he did last year. Carolina is definitely going to go down in stride. Who knows? I feel like Jonathan Stewart's probably not your best pick this year. Anyways, let's go. Doug Martin, I see him going late second. CJ Anderson, I see him going early third. Same with Thomas Rawls. Eddie Lacy, I see him going mid third. Jonathan Stewart, I see the same mid third. Carlos Hyde, I feel like this is a player that you really need to watch out for this year. I feel like he's really going to be there this year. You need to watch him because I would draft him if he can in the third. The third is where he's probably going to go anyways, but he could be your best flex running back ever. Possibly even a second running back. He's not your first running back, obviously, but, you know, he's going to be a good one this year. I feel like he's really going to come out of his shell, and he's going to be a top, at least 10 running back this year. Next, we got Dion Lewis. Dion Lewis, you got to remember, Tom Brady is out for the first couple games. You know, with that suspension, Garoppolo's terrible as we've seen. He could probably will dunk it a lot to the running back because that's going to be the first little option here. As you can see with the screen pass, that's going to be what Dion Lewis is doing. Anyways, let's see. Also, Brady's out, like I said, so expect them to run the ball a lot more. Matt Forte, new system, getting too old. I don't like him this year. Jeremy Hill, he's a young guy. Who knows? He could bounce back and be a great running back, but last year he just shit the bed. I think he's still going to split with Giovanni Bernard a little bit, so I'm not going to really take him this year. Matt Jones, I feel like he could be a great value pick for running back in the at least late third, early fourth. I feel like you could get some production out of him that would be similar to some guys that you're going to get in the second round. So, Carlos Hyde, I'm easily going to say mid-third. Dion Lewis, same. Matt Forte, I'm going to say early fourth. Jeremy Hill, I'm going to say mid-fourth. Matt Jones, I'm going to say late third, early fourth. Next, we got Jeremy Langford. Jeremy Langford taking over Chicago. And he really did do well last year, I feel. And I feel like he could put up some good numbers this year as well. Anyways, next we got Frank Gore. Nope, Frank Gore last year, Indianapolis, we've seen, they just shit the bed entirely. And I know that's like my third time saying this, but this statement really comes in handy when it comes to football. As we all know, sports, that should be your main term. Anyways, Ryan Matthews, I feel like we got a little bit of a sneak peek when he was with San Diego, but who knows this year. I really can't get on the Ryan Matthews train. DeMarco Murray and Latavius Murray, I'm going to put these two together because same last name. Anyways, DeMarco, I feel like he's going to do well under that Titans rule, you know. I feel like he's not going to be DeMarco with the Cowboys, obviously, but I feel like he's going to do better than last year, way better than last year. I feel like he could perform as well as a second round pick running back, but, you know, who knows. Latavius Murray, I feel like he's the same as DeMarco, except he didn't do terrible last year. I feel like Latavius is going to kind of put up the same numbers as last year, but maybe a little bit better. The Raiders' offense is way, way better now. Raiders are a good team this year. And that's that. D'Angelo Williams is definitely a handcuff to Le'Veon Bell. And if he's handcuffed, I feel like he could put up numbers the same as last year. So let's look at this. Langford is obviously, he's going to be late third, early fourth. Frank Gore, we got, I'm going to say mid fourth. Ryan Matthews, same. DeMarco Murray, I'm going to say early fourth, but I feel like he's going to be a snag and a value pick. Same with Latavius Murray, and D'Angelo Williams is a handcuff, and who knows, somebody might not draft him because, you know, Le'Veon probably, he's going to start, obviously, but you might be able to get D'Angelo later. Now I'm going to kind of scroll through here. Giovanni Bernard, handcuff him to Jeremy Hill. That's an easy one. Danny Woodhead, who knows, him and Melvin Gordon. Danny Woodhead performed really well last year, especially if you were in a PPR league. But he's definitely a handcuff to Melvin Gordon. Same with Duke Johnson as Isaiah Crowell. I'd handcuff both of them together. I'd handcuff Arian Foster and Jay Ajayi. And let's see, Justin Forsett. Justin Forsett definitely handcuff. What's his name? Javorius Allen. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah. I'm sorry, Javorius, if I'm saying your name wrong, but you got a really weird name, dude. Oh, shoot, my little app went out and it just zoomed in on Darren McFadden, which brings up a good case. He's definitely a good person to keep your eye out on the waiver wire for, because who knows how Ezekiel Elliott's going to perform. Anyways, let's keep this going. Chris Ivory and TJ Yeldon. Chris Ivory did great last year. Then again, he was with the Jets. Who knows how he's going to perform with the Jags. They kind of got a pass thing going. They got them two great wide receivers. Blake Bortles. I think that's going to be a great team this year. I think Ivory might be your guy, but I definitely would take him later, like probably around the 5th or 6th. Next we got Amir Abdullah, and I'm going to say the same thing as I'm going to say with Chris Ivory, 5th or 6th round, but I feel like he's going to really be there for Detroit this year. Somebody's got to fill in that major spot that's going to be left open by Calvin being gone. Golden Tate's not going to do that. I don't know. I think that Amir Abdullah could kind of change the team's focus into more of a running and a run-pass kind of deal. But anyways, let's look here. Theoretic. This is somebody you're probably going to want to handcuff to Amir Abdullah because they're kind of it's kind of a split carry deal there. Anyways, Derrick Henry, I've had to bring this up. If you're an Alabama fan and you're watching this, sorry to say it, but Alabama running backs suck in the NFL most of the time. Look at Trent Richardson. This is the best I can tell you. Eddie Lacy, look at last year. Anyways, Derrick Henry, I can't see him doing too well. I mean, when you get 200 carries a game in college, you're going to get those crazy amounts of yards. You're not going to get 200 carries a game in the NFL. Anyways, with that being said, let's go to... I think I already brought up Darren McFadden. But Charkandrick West, I think he's going to be there this year. I think he's going to be that lead back because I don't think Jamal's going to do anything this year. I think Jamal is done. Anyways, Andre Ellington, I'd definitely look into Ellington if David Johnson gets hurt, and that's a no-brainer there. But Ellington, he tore his, I think it was his PCL last year, or something like that. Or some CL, I know it was an ACL though. Anyways, James Starks, definitely I'd look into him. James Starks could be the lead back in Green Bay. But it's obviously not going to be at the beginning of the year. Anyways, let's keep this going. Hillman, definitely handcuff him to C.J. Anderson if I haven't said that yet, but I feel like Hillman could be better than C.J. Anderson this year, so I'd watch out for that too. And next, C.J. Spiller, I got to bring this up. I don't see C.J. Spiller doing too well this year. I think it's Hightower and Ingram's game. Hightower, he's going to be there if Ingram gets hurt. I'd draft Hightower as a handcuff to Ingram. You don't even really need to handcuff him, but Hightower is a great running back to have. And I think I already said this, handcuff Coleman to Freeman. Honestly, you don't really need to handcuff him. That's my bad. Some of these guys you don't need to handcuff as much as I'm saying, but some you do. But anyways, Coleman, who knows? He could be there. Who knows? He might be better than Freeman. Freeman last year, it could have been a fluke. It could have been beginner's luck. You can say what you want. Anyways, let's go. Stephen Ridley now in Detroit. Who knows how it's going to go over. They got Riddick and they got Amir Abdullah. I really don't see it being that great of a season for him if you're looking into him. But I'm going to kind of go back to the beginning and give you a little bit more depth with this last 50 seconds of the video for one player in particular, Adrian Peterson. Peterson is a great running back, but he's older now. And you gotta think, whenever you get older, your playing time and your skill starts to deteriorate. Anyways, I think that's all we're gonna have time for today. I hope you guys have a good one. I hope you, well, honestly, my advice can be taken either way. Some people are gonna hate me because they hate, they might like somebody like Derrick Henry, and I said he's not going to do that well this year. But anyways, I'd like to wish y'all have a very good day, and a happy birthday if it's your birthday.